VidCon, how are you doing tonight? Are you good? Yeah, we need to ask, does anyone here know who we are? You don't want to be that guy who just presumes it.
No, but in case you don't, I'm Phil.
And you did it the wrong way round. We had literally one job.
Oh.
Hi, my name is Dan.
And my name is Phil.
Recognize us. Well, hello. There we are. For anyone that doesn't know who we are.
Shouldn't you have introduced yourself as Daniel, though?
Okay. Ha ha ha. Yeah, good one. I think that we're intimate enough as a group of people that you can just call me Dan. It's okay. What about you, Phil? Yeah? I feel like we're all as close to you. What can we shorten yours to?
Well, I mean, I've got a thing about stages. I tend to mess up on a stage. I've had one time where I had my fly unzipped the whole time until a mum said, "We saw everything." I was like, oh no.
You're in the danger zone, people down there, seriously.
At Taxinoff, I did fall off the stage, so I've been told I can't go towards any of the edges.
It's actually the Charlot splash zone in a circle around the front there. Right, well, we were brought here today to be kind of like the wholesome community come together end to the night.
Because we're like Dan and Phil talking on the stage, it's casual, it's fun, good times, and would you say that describes it?
I'd say it's going to be more of a horror story.
Some of you may have noticed that we tweeted that we were coming here about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? So, how is it that no one saw us and we just arrived? We have something kind of terrible to admit.
Yeah, something terrible happened.
Are you saying my microphone? Oh, is it bad? What do I sound like in yours? Hello everybody. I have an underwater microphone here. There we go. Okay, well, we have something harrowing to admit.
Yeah.
It might not be the fun, peaceful ending to the night that we were all expecting, but I think something that we know from our careers is that sharing our pain makes other people happy. So do you want to share in this pain with us?
This is going to be like an exclusive story time with Dan and Phil.
We are never gonna. Oh, hello, bloody hell. A bit of my inner Ron Weasley came out there. This is something that we'll never tell again, so this is an experience just between us and you this evening, okay? Help us recover.
Let's just say what happened.
Okay,
We missed our flight!
it is a miracle that we're even stood here right now and we have had the worst 2 days of our entire life, literally just now.
It all started with a dream.
Like any good Hollywood movie, a
know.
dream sequence that makes no sense.
So I had a dream that Dan lost his passport.
Which I never do, because I am incredibly organised.
Yeah.
That's not a very interesting dream.
I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch was there riding on the back of a unicorn.
Yeah. I'm sure that that's just like a safe for work version of whatever was going on in your head that we probably don't know about.
But that's how it started. Anyway, we woke up the morning of our flight. Everything was fine. We had a breezy morning.
You know, that's the last day you ever have a breezy morning when you're going to an airport. You're screaming, everything's on fire, you're panicking, your family's breaking down. But on this day,
everything was going right.
So smooth, you have no idea. We were just like lazing about, just like watching 3 episodes of an anime in the morning, just because we could. It was all fine.
Tossing our clothes into the case. The taxi arrived. We were ready. Took the cases down to the taxi.
It was like, we had so much time that I changed my outfit 3 times. Because, you know, it's that thing where you're like, I could go outside looking like this, but I have 10 minutes. That's how confident we were.
We were about to walk out the door when Dan went really pale. Like, the palest I've ever seen. Like his whole internet history had been leaked onto the internet.
Oh, that would be nowhere near, like, that would be, I would be dead if that happened.
You were like this.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It turns out that I had lost my passport. And the exact so it turns out like I was so confident that I was prepared and everything was fine that I just hadn't thought about my passport.
Isn't that the first thing you think of?
Well, I did it on that day, okay? Like everything was fine, and then we were there, and then suddenly it was like time to go, and I was like, the one thing I'm supposed to remember, I don't know where it is, awkward. So
this was all Dan's fault. That's what we're saying.
Whoa. There's more to this story, but yeah, we went to look for it.
You said you looked, we had to ransack the house. We were throwing stuff
destroyed
everywhere.
everything.
I had to look inside Dan's bedside drawer. I'm not going to say what I saw in there.
Whatever you're thinking, it's probably not as bad as what Phil saw. Like, honestly, I have no idea what I keep in there, seriously. But you know that there's places in your house that are like the surfaces where stuff goes, and it doesn't make sense, but they're just like the stuff places where if you've lost something, you're like, it's going to be on one of these, you know, the stuff pile.
It wasn't on the stuff pile.
It wasn't on the stuff pile. What do you do when it's not on the pile that the stuff would be on? We were
meanwhile, the taxi man is honking outside, he's blocking the traffic. I'm like, Dan, what are we going to do?
He was
What's going to happen?
threatening to just leave without us, and we were doomed, and then suddenly, in that like sudden moment, I realized, oh wait, I changed my outfit 3 times. My passport was in a pair of jeans that is now in my suitcase in the car.
Dan!
We run downstairs and I get my suitcase out and I start looking for it.
He was emptying his suitcase into the street. His boxer shorts were on the floor.
Okay. They were clean, lovely underwear, a wonderful thing for any of the passers-by to notice.
It was holding up the traffic.
It was horrendously embarrassing, but no worries, we found it. Christ,
we found our passport.
Surely, plenty of time, we got in the car. Now this day, I'm sure you saw lots of British people being like, oh, it's really warm at the moment. Have you seen that? Like, okay, I know if you're from Phoenix, it's hotter than it is in England. But honestly, look at how poor Phil is, okay?
I was almost combusting in this taxi.
Us British people, we are so sensitive to the heat. So on this day, he didn't have the aircon in the car. It was like one of those situations that might kill a dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I felt like I was in a lizard tank. I couldn't breathe, the windows wouldn't open, and then we had the taxi driver who was slightly strange. He didn't know where he was going. It was like the first time he'd driven in London and everything was stopped. We couldn't get anywhere.
We drove past some protesters. He wound down the window and shouted, "Get a job!"
Yeah.
At some people. And obviously, me and Phil being so awkward, we were just like,
"Stop it! No!"
Screaming. Sat in the back of his car.
He was swearing at his sat nav and calling it.
He was actually
love.
Yeah,
he was like, "No love. We can't go this way."
He said some bad things that we can't repeat.
What does he do to that sat nav when we're not here?
So traumatizing, wow, Phil, situation. But it's okay because when you book a car to take you to an airport, you allow plenty of time for the journey, don't you? So I was looking and I was like, we've got ages. Suddenly panicked. It had seemed, for some reason, we had left an hour later than we were supposed to on the car. Now, why was that? Why was the car booked an hour later than it was supposed to be? Wait for this. This is a good one, okay?
I booked it in the wrong time zone. We're under pressure.
British summertime, which is +1. Literally booked a car in the wrong time zone.
Anyway.
So after the passport freak out, I was like, don't worry, we're fine. We're not fine.
We're not gonna make it.
We're so incredibly not fine right now.
So we were slowly getting to the airport and we were on the clock. We had 10 minutes to get there. It was 10 minutes before everything was going to be over. We were going to miss the flight. We were going to miss VidCon. Then we pulled up to the airport. We ran. I've never run so fast.
You literally have 2 minutes between this life or death situation, so it comes down to, are you going to run right now? Because how much you exercise is what's going to decide how this situation unfolds right now. So me and Phil were like, nothing in our life has trained us for this moment. Here we go!
I've never done so much exercise before.
That's how we run, to be fair.
I was coughing up blood. I was crawling towards the desk.
I don't remember the last time I went to an airport after the bloody Bahamas incident that I had. Okay, last time I tried to come into America, I got deported to the Bahamas. Good times, anyway. So again, I was like, I find myself like crying blood in an airport because I've been running so much.
Yeah.
And then we see the air hostess at the end of a corridor, and she's just like standing and smiling. Surely good news. Why would anybody be grinning?
And then with the grin still on her face, she said, "I'm sorry, you've missed your flight, loves."
Wait. How late are you? And she was like, "Oh, we closed bag drop 2 minutes ago. I'm sorry." And we were like, "What?
2 minutes?"
And then she said, "There's nothing I can do. You've missed the flight." So we were like, "What?" We went into like full-on freak-out mode because this.
I just sat on the floor. I was like, "I'm sitting on the floor until you take me on the plane."
I freaked out. Phil just gave up hope completely. Yeah. That is Phil's freak-out mode. But it was serious because this flight was supposed to take us here for last night.
Yeah.
And we thought surely all the flights to VidCon will be full. We've missed VidCon.
Yeah.
There is literally no way people are going to turn up to our meetup and just be like, "Well, that was fun, met Dan and Phil." So literally, we were on the verge of tears. We were throwing up.
Yeah.
Everything was terrible.
Until we found out there was a very early morning flight that there was 2 seats left on.
Now, this is one of those flights where if you have a choice, you're like, why would I put myself through that hell? There's no reason. Who would get on the plane at that time? But me and Phil were like,
yeah,
it's this or that. Are we going to do it? We decided to get on the flight in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So, literally, okay, without sleeping from the day before, which was like an early start to the day.
I think I've been awake for about 47 hours
I don't
now.
even
I don't even know who
We
I
got
am.
on the plane. This plane landed 2 hours ago. Literally ran through the airport, got in a car, like LA traffic. Here we are for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
More internal screaming.
Dan is still wearing the outfit he had on the plane.
If you're wondering why it has like a little stain there, I spilled some food on myself. Okay, I slept in it. I've been wearing this sweater for like 2 days now. I'm sorry. You can smell it from here, can't you? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So sorry we look slightly like rats, but we made it to VidCon!
Honestly, I don't know what you're thinking from this impression of us right now, but Phil, how do you feel physically in this moment?
I feel like it was all your fault.
Okay, I was hoping that this would get us some like sympathy from the audience, but I see. Okay, no, you think it's my fault?
I think it was all your fault.
No. I lost my passport. We looked at it for 20 minutes. You got the car on by an hour.
I think there's only one way to settle this. I think we need to ask these guys, alright?
Oh, I wonder how this is going to go. Sure, okay, let's play the audience blame game.
Who thinks it was my fault?
Which I'm just going to say, mathematically is correct, but you know, sure, okay, fine.
And who thinks it was Dan's fault?
Wow, I'm so glad that I didn't sleep for 3 days to come see you. Can't we just agree that really it was all the cab driver's fault?
No, it was Dan's fault.
I mean, what can we learn from this? This was such a horrendous experience. There must be some kind of moral to the story.
I think the moral to the story is always believe in Phil's dreams.
It's not make sure you've got your passport before you leave,
No.
make sure the guy driving you knows where the airport is and isn't correct, or even
dreams.
like make sure your phone's not set to like Germany time or something.
No, it's the dreams. We're just waiting for Benedict Cumberbatch to trot past on his unicorn.
Phil dreams the truth. You should all be terrified. Yeah. Trust me, that's not a world we want to live in. So, yeah, I mean, was it worth it? Did we come all this way just to... You see how they were like Dan and Phil? They're going to be so like wholesome and fun, and we're like death, pain, and suffering.
Hopefully, it's made you feel better about whatever's been happening with your days?
Well, I think we've all learned something important here. We all feel better. We're just really glad that we got to come here and see all of you. It was definitely worth it.
I hope you have an amazing VidCon.
Yeah, I hope you all have a fun weekend. Mingle with the community, see some creators, have some bands.
And we will see you